no really one main specific reason. It was based off of previous experiences. So I found that when I nut and then go into the gym, fat specifically,
Yeah.
I felt like I was drained, bro. I felt like I was literally depleted at one stage. I remember this one time where I had a Muay Thai session
Hmm.
and it was like a usual Muay Thai session. I went in, I kicked the pads, we had a bit of a spar at the end, and I felt all good. Okay. And then the next day, the next night, I had a FAP and then went to Muay Thai again the next day after that. And I literally remember I was kicking the pads and I was like, fuck, man, this is so much more harder than the previous training session. And I usually breeze through that section. I usually, get through 40, 50 kicks, no problem. But this time at like 25 kicks, I was gassed out. I was fucking fully gassed out for some reason. And I've done this multiple, multiple times. And I was like to myself, this has to be from the fucking wank because I didn't change anything about my diet. I didn't change anything about my sleep. Everything was all good. Everything stayed structured, and I've done everything the same compared to all the other times I had my session, except I had a wank the previous night, and this was from the
Yeah.
previous night too. So I've done an experiment, and I done the video and I recorded it, and I decided to share uh, what the scientist found out, and
That-
lo and behold, uh, I felt depleted once again. I felt drained. I felt low energy, and yeah, man, that's why I kind of wanted to do the experiment and post a video about it because I felt like it would have provided some value to people and potentially helped a few people get onto NoFap.
yeah. Bro, I remember seeing that in my recommended and thinking, "There's no fucking shot someone made a video on this. There's no way." Like I never figured anyone would do a video on that. That's like the most off the wall thing ever.
And you know what the funny thing about that video is? I wasn't expecting it to blow up at all. I literally recorded the whole thing on my phone, edited the whole thing on CapCut on my phone with no intention of it having gone as viral as it gone. If I knew it was going to go that viral, bro, I would have put a lot more effort into the editing. But you could see, you should be able to see in the video that the editing is all over the place. Like there's a text that like floats from one corner to the other. It was just shitty editing, but the idea was good. So
Yeah.
I think when Mr. Beast says that the idea is more important than the video itself,
Mhm.
that is completely true, and that just proved that because the most amount of effort that I've put into my videos, they usually don't blow up, bro. Like you should see like the first couple videos that I posted on the channel. I put so much effort into them. I spent like 2, 3 weeks just editing like a 5 minute video, and this video took like a day to edit in the car whilst I was at work,
Yeah.
and boom, it blew up. It fucking went viral, and I literally put no fucking effort into it.
So has that video going viral like changed your channel a lot or not too much?
Yeah, yeah, it has. It has. So before posting that video, it changed my channel, but it also changed my lifestyle too, because it made me realize the potential of YouTube. And before that video, I think I was at like 2,200 subscribers, something like that. And after that video, I'm still getting subscribers, I'm still getting views, and I'm still getting comments from that video to this day. And I posted it like 3 months ago. And as soon as that video blew up in the first like month and a half, my channel went from like 2,000 all the way up to 6,000 subscribers. So it literally tripled my subscriber count with one video, and also got my channel monetized. I started earning money off of my YouTube, and also set me on a trajectory that made me realize that I needed to take this content creation journey full on. I needed to put my 100% effort into this because there is a lot of potential in this online space, and yeah, it just gave me exposure to the online world.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Has it helped your? I know you said earlier that like you have a little business. Is that like the content helped your business too a lot, or was it already doing good before the content?
Oh no, 100%. So the content, that video having blown up, yeah, it has funneled in a lot of traffic for the business, and it has made me gain a lot of exposure to audience and exposure to people. And with me being exposed to people, naturally will come more clients, and more clients equals more money.
Yeah.
And also, like I said, it's gotten me monetized on YouTube. I wasn't monetized before that. I think I was at like 2,000 watch hours, and you need 4,000 to get monetized. And
Mhm.
it skyrocketed my watch time from like 2K all the way up to threshold, which is 4K. So it's made me pretty fucking happy. So thank you
Yeah.
to YouTube. Thanks to the algorithm.
Yeah, absolutely insane. Now, I would like to ask you what made you decide to do the other one? Like what do you think was different? Because it's still the same premise. It's just you're using your girlfriend in that one.
Okay, so before that one, I don't know if you watched. I've actually done three Yes Fap videos. So I've done the original Yes Fap, the Yes Fap, then cold approaching girls, and then the Yes Fap number three, which is having sex and then going to the gym.
Hmm.
So the inspiration for the second one was actually of a coaching call with Jack Pidgett. You know
Hmm.
him?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know him.
Yeah, yeah. So I joined Adonis School, and inside of Adonis School, he had a weekly coaching session with Jack,
Hmm.
and I hopped on a call with him, and I asked how I can improve my YouTube. I sent my YouTube link in for him to critique, and he basically told me that like I had a very unique personality, and I should lean into that, and my my authenticity is very, tailored, and the videos that you make is an inverse of self-improvement. So
Hmm.
he said I should double down on that. He actually watches my videos. Before I sent him that link, he actually knew who I was, which is kind of surprising. And he saw my Yes Vat video and was like, "You should make a sequel to this because it's worked before, so it's
Hmm.
highly likely that it'll work in the future." And he gave me an idea and was like, "Why don't you do Yes Fap, then cold approaching girls?" And then I was in my head, that's a really good idea. That's a fucking great idea, Jack. Thank you. So I took action and I done it.
Yeah,
And about a month and a half later, I posted that one.
man. So,
And
well,
yeah,
you
go on.
you go ahead. You go ahead.
Yeah. So for the third video, the Yes Fap, then going to the gym. I didn't really have an inspiration for that. I just want to create a third one because, my girl was with me and she agreed to be a part of the video, and was like, yeah, I can do your video. And I told her I can blow your face. And that's pretty much it, man. Like, I wanted to make a sequel to it, a trequel.
Mhm.
And that's probably the last one I'm going to make because I'm kind of milking the idea at the moment.
Yeah, I think I brought this up in my video when I reacted to it. How much convincing did it take for you to get your girlfriend into this? Like, did it? Was she like on board from the get go, or was it like you had to like convince her to do this?
No, not at all, bro. I didn't have to do any convincing. So I basically, I said, I didn't tell her it was a Yes Fat video at first. I basically was like, "You want to be a part of the video?" And then she was like, "Okay." And I was like, "I'll blow your face. Don't worry. No one will know who you are. You'll become 100% censored." And so I whipped out the camera, and I basically, the moment I said busting one, and then I'm about to go to the gym, that's when she found out it was a Yes Fat video. That's when she realized that she was about to be a part of a busting one video.
Oh
and
man.
you can see and you can see the video, she goes like, "Oh my god, bro." And but yeah, everything was all good after. She was completely fine with it. And that's basically the moment that I said that was the moment she found out about it. But she has no like regret being a part of that video, and yeah, she's actually very helpful towards my YouTube and content creation journey.
So did she know about your content like before? I know you said she's been
Yeah,
helpful through your journey. I just know if like she's been a part of the other stuff too.
yeah, she did.
Oh man, that's that. I figured you had to like convince the shit out of her to do that. You just pulled it on her without like any second thought. Man, that's just
Nah,
insane.
not at all, man. Like she's very supportive of my journey, and she really likes what I do, and I like her for that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's good. That's about all I can ask for. I would like to know what got you into like the boxing side. I know this is like off topic from the actual video, but I was very curious about that personally.
Bro, ask me any question. Like, it doesn't have to be on topic of YouTube. Uh, you can literally ask me any freaking question. Even if you want some like advice or some sort of thing that you want help with.
Hmm.
Like, ask me whatever question, man. Like, this is just a free flowing conversation. It doesn't have to be like interview style. Just have a casual conversation. Like, I'm keen to just talk.
All right, bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go ahead. You go ahead.
Yeah, so what got me into boxing and stuff? So I actually started martial arts when I was like really, really young. So I think I was like 13, 14. I started jujitsu. So BJJ is what got me into the martial arts world. And BJJ actually saved me from like depression. And I used to have like very bad anxiety at school and stuff. So I remember uh, when I was like in year eight, year nine, I wouldn't be having the best day at school. I wouldn't be enjoying my time in the classes and stuff. I don't know if you watch my like Asian video, like watch this if you're Asian.
Hmm.
But like I used to get picked on for like being Asian and stuff because I was like the only brown Asian in the school, and I felt like I was a little bit alienated. And with this alienation came a little bit of sadness. So I remember thinking in school, uh, I wouldn't be having the best day, blah blah blah. And I'll think to myself, damn it, I cannot wait to get back onto the mats and do jiu-jitsu because it was the only place where I felt a sense of community. It was the only place where I felt sort of at home. It was my zen, it was my dojo. And that's what got me into boxing in the first place. It was my love for Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Oh.
And once you get into that sort of space, like I have a very addictive sort of personality. So
Hmm.
once I got into jujitsu, I wanted to get better and better. And I'd done jujitsu for like 2 years, 2.5 years. And then I thought to myself, man, I really want to improve my stand up game because my ground game, I'm comfortable. I'm not where I want to be. I'm not the best, but
Hmm.
I'm comfortable there. And I want to uh, conquer all realms of the martial arts world. So I wanted to improve my stand up. So then I started to get into MMA and kickboxing.
Yeah.
So I'd done that for a few years, and I was actually my first MMA gym was freestyle fighting in Wingdang, which is where Alex Volkanovski trains out of. You know Alex Volkanovski,
I
the
am not
former
familiar with him.
UFC champion. Yeah, yeah. Anyways, he's the former UFC champion,
Hmm.
and I used to train with him. He used to be my coach, which is really really cool to think about. And then I started getting into Muay Thai, and then Muay Thai transitioned into boxing. So now I just do Muay Thai and boxing. So yeah, that's what kind of sparked my martial arts journey.
So, do you like fight professionally or do you just train?
No, so I've only competed in jiu-jitsu competitions. I train for fun and I train out of my love for the art.
Okay. So, would you say that's something like that difficult to get into? Because I've always wondered like about getting into fighting, especially recently. I've been thinking about it. Is it difficult to start?
Do you want to fight or do you want to train?
Honestly, both. I would love to try probably train first, and then maybe one day get into the fighting aspect of it, just to see how it goes.
Okay. So for you to fight, yeah, that because fighting and training is two different things. Fighting is a whole nother commitment uh compared to training. But for you to train, man, it's super easy. You literally just walk into the gym, ask for most gyms have a trial, ask for the trial. They usually have like a 7 day or like a 14-day trial, and you don't even have to pay any money. And they're super welcoming. Uh, it also depends on what gym you train at. Some gyms are look, most gyms are really really friendly, but I have had a couple gyms where the owner's a bit of a dickhead. But most gyms are really really friendly. So I'd say if you're looking to begin and if you're starting your martial arts journey, it's really really easy to get into. I know a lot of people have a fear of trying something new because they've never done that before. And I get it, man. It might be a little bit intimidating for you to walk into an MMA gym where everybody's fit and you hear the crack of the sound of people hitting pads and you hear, the coach yelling and going off. It might be a little bit intimidating. Yeah, I get that. But once
Mhm.
you're actually in that atmosphere and once you actually find your flow and get comfortable with it, man, this sport is so fun. I don't think I'll ever give this sport up because I don't even see it as a sport. I don't see it as exercise anymore. I literally just see it as fun. I see it as a hobby. I see it as something that I I need to do. If I don't train for a week or a week and a half, I literally feel like something's missing from my life. I need to do it to get back onto base level. I've been training for like 4 years consistently, and I haven't gone more than 2 weeks without a session.
Damn. So, what would you say would be like the best thing to get into first with it? Because I know like martial arts, especially with like MMA, you need to have like a lot of like kind of a diverse portfolio of what you know. What would you say would be like the easiest or like the best one to get into as a complete beginner?
Probably boxing.
Okay.
Boxing. 'Cause boxing, you don't need to use your feet. You don't need to worry about elbows or knees, and you don't have to worry about ground game, which can be really technical at times. You need to know body mechanics and where to place your hand and what choke to um, do to people without choking them out. And you need to learn how to tap and how to use your force correctly. So I would say boxing, man. Boxing's the most simplest. Boxing's the most Boxing is just the most simplistic.
Yeah.
Like you only need to worry about these two weapons, which is your left hand and your right hand. Um, yeah, I would say boxing now.
Yeah, I've been experimenting a little bit with like shadow boxing, just kind of just in my free time. Is that like a good way to learn the basics, or do I need to like actually? I mean, I plan to go to a gym eventually. I just didn't know if I needed that. Like shadow boxing is a good way to start off. Would you say it is?
100%, man. 100%. Shadow boxing is actually, I would say, it's one of the most effective ways to increase your boxing skills, increase your hand speed, increase your footwork, increase your um, combination styles, just elevate your technique in general. I would say shadow boxing is a very underutilized tool that people need to get on.
Yeah, yeah. Hmm. So, I'm kind of out of ideas here. Um, what would you say is your favorite fighting style that you've learned so far? And I know you said Brazilian Jiu Jitsu was your first. I don't know if that's your favorite as well.
Hmm. So fighting style, you mean like what sort of like what sport do I enjoy the most
Yeah.
out of all like the different martial arts?
Yes.
I would say Muay Thai. Muay Thai's Muay Thai's really fun.
Really, what makes Muay Thai the best for you?
I like the bro. I love my elbows. I love my knees. I love the sounds that the tires make when you hit the pads. Ooh wee, ooh wee. And I just like the community, bro. Like the community of the Muay Thai family, bro. It's so tight knit. They just make the sport not even seem like a sport, even though you sweat out, even though you come out of the session with your lungs almost about to explode. It's just the community, the style, the ease of exercise, everything combined together makes Muay Thai the best one in my opinion.
Yeah. What would you say is your least favorite though?
Ooh, bro, I don't have a least favorite. I don't have a least favorite martial arts. I like all of them. All of them include hand-to-hand combat. All of them have some sort of fighting aspect to it. So I like all of them. I think you can extract information and benefits out of every martial arts style. I don't think there is one best
Mm.
martial arts style. I think that every single martial arts style has a technique or has a move that you can incorporate into your fighting style that will make you a better fighter.
Well, okay. Well, what would you say would be the like the most complicated one to learn?
Jiu-jitsu.
Okay. So why would that be the most complicated?
Because it's very technical once you get into it. And it takes a lot of understanding to know what's going on in jiu-jitsu. One little hand movement, a guard pass, which is passing the legs, something as simple as that can have a big implication on the outcome of a fight. And you need a degree of knowledge to understand what the fuck is happening in jiu-jitsu. Because if you look at jiu-jitsu as a noob and if you don't know what's going on, you would just think that it's two men on top of each other. But you need some sort of knowledge to know, what is going on in jiu-jitsu. But with like boxing, for example, everybody understands a punch in the face.
Yeah.
But jiu-jitsu it's very complicated. One move can unlock, you know, 8 different pathways that you can go down that will eventually lead you to an armbar, a choke, or a leg lock. And there's just so many things that you can do in jiu-jitsu. There's so many possibilities and there's so many positions that you can get into, compared to, two people standing 4 feet from one another, throwing punches at each other's faces. So
Yeah.
I'd say jiu-jitsu. I think that's the most complicated one.
So about like mixed martial arts or MMA altogether, like what would you say is like the core fundamentals you would need to learn in order to start MMA as a complete beginner or just in general? Like what would you, if you could start over, what would you do differently?
Okay, so the fundamentals that I would say that you would need to learn as a beginner would be footwork, hand movement, distance management, and understanding where you need to be for your punches to land and how far your opponent should be, for you to stay at a safe distance, a caution distance, and a dangerous distance. And I would say the last thing that you would need to learn is avoiding punches, slipping, and head movement. Those are the main core fundamentals that you should, focus on when you're starting out boxing or when you're starting a martial arts. If you focus on these main things, especially your footwork and your movement, uh, you would excel way more than the traditional fighter, because I feel like a lot of people focus on the wrong things. I see a lot of new people in the gym focus on power in the punches, throwing haymakers, focusing on speed and strength, but they're focusing on the wrong things. If you focus on your technique, your footwork, your distance management, and all those other things that I listed earlier, man, you would excel, especially if you focus on technique. Technique is so important.
Yeah, so what would you say you'd have to do to focus like on technique? What's the best way to hone in on that?
Practice, shadow box, and one of the most important things that helped me elevate my technique is recording myself and watching videos on replay. Because when you watch videos in replay, you spot out things that you don't see in the first person perspective.
Hmm.
And when you watch those videos on replay, have a look through some videos on YouTube and just search up like boxing techniques or how to roundhouse kick on YouTube, and you'll find a million on this subject. And compare, bro. Compare your video and compare the boxing video and watch how you can replicate that boxing video, to a T, and fine tune and refine your technique until it's the exact same as the one you saw in the video. I started doing this, when I first started training, I didn't even train in the gym for like the first 6 months. I done exactly what I said just then. I started shadow boxing. I started doing kicks in my garage. I started doing footwork drills and just hopping around and bouncing around and developing that plyometric, strength,
Yeah.
and watching YouTube videos and comparing myself to people that I saw online. And that's how I got like that's how I, shot myself up from a beginner to less of a beginner when I finally stepped foot into a gym.
Yeah, that's what I've been kind of doing recently. Just mainly, as I said before, mainly just shadow boxing and kind of working on that before I decide to ever step foot in a boxing gym. Because I would say I would say that I do have a bit of a fear of trying something new, and I don't want to
Mm.
go in there and get absolutely rolled immediately. And I know that's probably not what's gonna happen. They're gonna understand, hey, I'm a beginner, but I do not want that to happen at all.
Yeah, man, that's sick, dude. Like, yeah, record yourself, bro. Record yourself and look back on those recordings, and you'll see how much you will progress in a short amount of time when you like really stick to the basics and work on the little things. And then you can finally step into a gym for the first time. What's stopping you from stepping into the gym, anyways?
Well, one of the things would be I've never really trained in a gym at all. Ever since I started working out about a year ago, I've been just training at home with weights and just kind of doing like calisthenics and such. And also, I before I started training, it's gotten a lot better now, but I used to have like really bad social anxiety. I still do, but I've managed it better now, but it's still there, so I kind of worry about going into a gym and like just getting judged. I know it's not going to happen, but it's something I've always worried about.
Mm, mm.
So,
That's completely fine.
do you
I
know of any
used to
ways to
worry
deal with
that.
it? I'm sorry for cutting you off
What?
there. I didn't mean to.
No, no, it's all right. What did you say, bro?
Do you know of any ways like good to deal with like social anxiety, like such like that?
Social anxiety. So when you say social anxiety, what do you mean exactly?
Like just kind of like being out in the world, you know, just kind of like walking around. Like say, let's say you go to like a mall, some shit, just kind of like walking around with a bunch of people and like just like
Hmm.
talking to people, just that type of thing.
Okay, so I think the number one cure to social anxiety is to literally just be more social. So you've heard of the quote that if you want to get over a fear, you have to face it head on.
Hmm.
I used to have the most crippling social anxiety ever. I know exactly what you mean too, bro. Like even at school and stuff, I would have social anxiety for no reason. I would be scared to talk to anybody or even open my mouth without having the fear of saying something wrong or I would I would always want to say the right things.
Hmm.
So that in turn always made me nervous to speak. And when I was nervous to speak, I'd say the wrong things. So
Right.
with me having focused on this problem, I shined a light on it. And when I shined a light on it, that's all that I saw. That's all that I was looking at is social anxiety, social anxiety, social anxiety. And the main thing that got me over uh, this fear and helped me combat this problem was cold approaching girls. How weird is that, bro?
Oh
Cold
man.
approaching girls. This, I think this is a skill that people underutilize because when you cold approach a girl, that is literally facing social anxiety head on because you're going up to a hot woman, a person that has a lot of value in your mind, and you're asking for the number. You're setting your intention straight. You're you're doing the thing that you don't want to do the most to the person that you fear the most.
Hmm.
And once you get comfortable in this sort of game, in this sort of world, and I see it as a game because when you cold approach the first girl, yeah, fuck, man, it's gonna be hard. You're going to be shaking in your own shoes before you start to do that. Your heart will be beating because you know that you're about to go up and ask this pretty woman for a number. But once you actually get comfortable in this, your XP and your level in this sort of game goes up exponentially. It increases by a lot after you get more and more comfortable with these types of situations. And you will be awkward, you will be weird, and you will fail. But with failure comes lessons. With failure comes growth. And you never really fail until you give up.
Right.
And when you get used to doing this, bro, your social skills, not just with girls, but with anybody, with your friends in random social environments with the boys, everything just disappears because you know that you can do this sort of stuff uh, with the person that you fear the most. So people that you don't fear as much, you don't actually give a fuck anymore because you've done this to the hottest girl on the street. So I would say that that is the number one thing that helped me with my social anxiety.
Yeah. So when you say doing a cold approach, do you think like for the first one, just walk up to her and just ask for her number, or should I start off small and just just give a compliment, or just go right in, all in
Yeah,
immediately?
so obviously you don't ask for their number straight away, because that would just be so weird, bro. Imagine like if you see somebody walk up to a random girl that they've never talked to before and was like, "Yo, let me get your number." Like she'd be like, "What the fuck?" And she'd probably just walk away. So yeah, you give them a compliment first, or you say something uh that the environment surrounds themselves with. So I usually say, if I'm like at a line waiting for a coffee or something, I'd usually turn around and say, "So what are you getting today? Like a long black or a latte or something?" And they usually answer with blah blah blah, and then a small talk conversation would initiate from there. And then I'll work my way up to asking for their number or their Instagram after they've known that you've let them know that you're interested in them.
Yeah. So would you say that like cold approaching is like the jack of all trades when it comes to killing your social anxiety? Because it helps with small
Yeah,
talking and just everything. Just it fixes all of it.
yeah. So I would say that that is the main premise of it, but it's not just cold approaching, man. Like anybody can cold approach, anybody can have success in doing this, but it's cold approaching, but it's also showing your true personality whilst doing so as well. Just if you're a weird guy, let that weirdness out. If you're a smart guy, let that smartness out. If you have a love for music, let that love of music out. And really find a genuine conversation and don't try to copy other people.
Yeah.
So when I was when I was first cold approaching, when I was like 17, 18, I was like copying other people's lines that I saw online, and I was trying to do all this stuff that I saw other people do, and I was trying to copy them. And this came off as fake and ingenuine. And girls can smell that. People can smell that. So it's really important for you to show your true personality and lean into that lean into that back seat of yourself and being able to say what you want during the conversation rather than what the people want to hear. And I'm a weird guy, bro.
Bro,
And
same.
when I approach girls, bro, um I let that weirdness out. Like I don't know if you've seen the saying weird stuff to girls because I have free will video,
Yeah, I
but
saw that one, man. Oh my god.
bro, yeah, that that video was fucking diabolical, man. Like I asked a girl to sniff my fart. What the fuck? That
Man.
was that was like super super weird. Obviously, I wouldn't say that like as a uh in like the real world. I was just doing that for the video, but
Mhm.
I found that super funny. Like when my friend dared me to say that, I found that super funny. I was like, that this would be really good. And he's like, I bet you won't do it. And I was like, bet, let's do it.
So
So
when you
yeah,
was
man.
oh my bad, didn't mean to cut you off there. What was you gonna say?
No, you're all good, bro. So when you're doing this, bro, just try to whatever makes you laugh, say it.
Yeah.
Whatever you find funny, and whatever you find humorous, just veer towards that conversation because when you bring a good vibe, when you are genuinely laughing and having a crack, girls will feel this sort of energy. It's less so what you say, but it's the energy that you bring.
Mhm.
Like anybody can say what I said in that video, but if you don't have that sort of aura and if you don't have that energy about you and have that sort of vibration, and we're vibrating creatures, humans really sense the uncommunicated communication. And when you have this sort of exuberance to you, girls can smell that, and girls love this sort of funny ebullience to your personality. So I would say that yes, it's that cold approaching is the main premise of curing the social anxiety, but I would also say it's energy and it's finding that real personality and being able to say what you want to say in the conversations. Just make sure it's not something that's like rapey or really, really weird or something that will turn the girl off because then they'll just run away from you.
Man. So whenever you was recording that video, did you have any like weird reactions that you didn't put in the video? Like anything crazy?
Uh no, no, I didn't because I'd say the weirdest one, which I put in the video, which was the smell my fart one. Like
Yeah.
she had a really like she was like, "Huh? Smell your fart?" Like that is really weird. And then we told her it was for a video after, so she was all cool with that.
So have you done that like outside of just doing videos, or was you only doing that like weird shit to girls for a video?
Yeah, yeah. So I think why I was so comfortable with doing that video in the first place is because I've done so many cold approaches in the past just to practice my social skills. And I remember doing this at like 17, 18. I wasn't even filming videos at this time. It was just to help me get over my fears of going up to a girl and talking to them because I know everybody wants to do it, bro. Like I know everybody sees that hot girl and thinks, "Oh, she's hot," but not that many boys go up and go say hello to them. So I was like, "All right, I'm gonna be the fucking man, and I'm gonna set my intentions, and I'm gonna tell this girl that she's pretty." And it's so simple, right? Like go up to a girl and tell her she's pretty.
Yeah.
Like that's such a simple thing to do, but if it was so simple, if it was so easy, a lot of other boys would do it. And I think you and I both know that it's not that easy when it actually comes to it.
It's not. I mean, it's just, like looking at it from a different perspective. It's just giving a compliment. Like, what's the worst they're gonna say to a compliment? But in the moment, it's terrifying, and I God.
Terrifying, bro.
So I would like to ask though, what got you into recording videos? Like, what got that whole deal started?
What got me into recording videos? I think the main thing that got me into filming content in the first place was my fear of not wanting to work a 9 to 5. It was my desire to escape the rat race. It was my ticket out of the mundane life that most people live.
Yeah.
I remember, and it was also the start of my self-improvement journey. I remember I was working as a dish pig, as a dishwasher in a cafe. It was like one of my first jobs, and I knew that this life just wasn't meant for me. Like I knew that I didn't want to spend the rest of my fucking life washing dishes. And the thing that pissed me off the most, the FTE, my fuck this event,
Yeah.
was when I was 16, I was trying drop shipping. I was beginning to try drop shipping and I wanted to become rich so bad. And one day I went into work and actually, bro, this is my first day on the shift. And on my first day on the shift, I was washing the dishes.
Huh.
I had my gloves on. I was uh I was in the soapy water. I was touching the warmth of the plates and stuff, and a plate slipped out of my hand and it dropped into the sink. It didn't smash, but it dropped into the sink and it made a loud noise. And then the manager of the kitchen like screamed to the boss that was outside working at the reception. He was like, "Jackie, get this little Asian boy out of here. He doesn't know how to fucking do his job." And then like in my mind, I was like, "Holy shit, bro! Like it's my first day on the job, and I
God
dropped a
damn.
plate, and I didn't even smash it. It was really harsh. And as a little 17-year-old at his first day on the shift, which is already intimidating in an unusual environment, with that having this old man yelling at me, calling me names and shit, this got me like really sad, but also got me really fucking pissed off too. I remember thinking, when I'm rich in 5 years, when I make more money than this little puny shop earns, I'm gonna come back to this shitty little cafe. I'm gonna buy this shop out and I'm gonna fire your ass for yelling at me on my first shift. That's what I thought in the back of my mind. So I've always had this knack to become an entrepreneur, to do this stuff and to live this life that I'm living now. So yeah, that's what got me into making videos in the first place.
Yeah. How's it been going? Like, how's the entrepreneurship been going? I know you said you had a business. Like, how's it going? Is it good? Is it like treating you well?
It's been going, yeah, yeah, man. So this year, uh, it's funny, bro. I started posting consistently, and I switched up my niche.
Mhm.
Uh, just this year, I started 1 year ago, and the point that I'm at now with 1 year's worth of progress, I'm really proud. I'm really excited for what the future holds as well because shit has been going so good at the moment. Um, the business is growing. I am networking with uh, millionaires. I
Damn.
am meeting new people all around the world. I am traveling in Bali. I'm having adventures left, right, and center. I'm living the life that old Anson really would have desired. And if I were to speak to him now, and if he would see the life that I'm living, he'd be really, really proud. But I'm not where I want to be, but I'm happy with where I'm at, and I'm still striving for more.
So
And yeah, I started 1 year ago,
yeah.
but my journey has been really rocky. Actually started creating videos probably 2, 3 years ago,
Mhm.
but I switched up my niche into the self improvement niche. I started off with uh, like fishing videos, like outdoor adventure style videos, and then I switched into prank videos, into comedies and skits. But I didn't really find a purpose in that. I couldn't see myself doing that for like 10 years. I remember when I was doing one of the pranks, it was proposing to random people on the street, and I gave the a married girl a ring. I got down on one knee and I proposed to her, and the husband came at me all mad and shit because the wife said yes, and it was really, it was actually pretty funny. I think I still have the video on my old laptop, and then like he took the ring from her, and I was like, bro, give me the ring back, give me the ring back, and he just wouldn't give the ring back. It was just out of spite and out of anger. And then I was like, bro, I need to propose to like 10 more people after this. Please give me the ring back. And then he finally gave me the ring back. And then I walked away. And then I thought to myself, bro, do I really want to be proposing to random people on the street for like 10 years? All right, let's switch niches. So then I switched to the self improvement niche.
Actually insane. I don't understand why he was mad at you for it. It's the wife who said yes. Like what?
The wife said yes. Exactly. That's what I thought too. But hey, man, like she's for the streets.
Hey, apparently, goddamn. And then you said you had to propose to 10 more people. Did he just not
Yeah.
question that, or?
He knew it was a prank video, but he was just, I think he was just pissed at his wife, but he vented all that anger out onto me.
Oh, I was thinking he didn't even like know for a little bit. I mean, I figured eventually he would kind of catch on to that, and you'd probably tell him when he was pissed at you. But I didn't know if he knew from the start.
Yeah, I don't think I even told him it was for a video. I think he knew it was for a video. He saw my cameraman and stuff.
Oh man, that's that's actually fucking hilarious. Um, so where would you see yourself in 10 years, like with YouTube and all that? Like, what's your goals, if you don't mind my asking?
Oh God, in 10 years, bro. 10 years is such a long time, man. Like I can give you my 5 year one. 5 year, I have a definite plan, but for 10 years, everything is so. The world is changing so fast. The laneways and the opportunities of pathways are all opening themselves as the years go by. So 10 years might be a little bit hard, but 5 years, I definitely see myself doing content full time. So my whole life would be devoted to just producing the most valuable and educational along with entertaining videos as I can. I've I want to scale my business to levels that is unfathomable. I want to become an international figure. I want to be traveling and living all around the world whilst helping as much of a community as possible. And I want to be as this novelty that people look up to, and I want to become a leader in my space, and I also want to become a inspiration for the younger generation to go ahead and achieve the goals that they want to do, because I feel like the number one cause of sadness and this depression epidemic is ambitious people who feel like they have more to live, but keep on distracting themselves and keep falling into the same bad habits and are unable to get out of the hole that they've dug out themselves instead of acting upon those sorts of ambitions. And that's why I was depressed in the first place, is because I knew that I had potential in my life, but I just wasn't acting on it. I knew I wanted success, but my actions were screaming failure. And I just kept going back into the old bad habits. And that's why I was depressed because I was addicted to so many things. I was addicted to weed. I was addicted to drugs, porn, video games, and just low vibrational activities in general.
Yeah.
And my love for this made me a low vibrational human being. And yeah, man, I just felt sad all the fucking time. So yeah, my I feel like my mission is to help people get out of this hole, and if I can just help one person that's like me, and if I can inspire them to go out and make them realize that there is a better life, then I would say mission completed.
Man, that's actually a really like that's a really good dream to have, man. I was kind of just expecting like, hey, I want 10 mil subs, but you have like a whole plan. I mean, that's
Thank
that's
you, bro.
that's actually really nice. Nice, man. I was gonna ask like what are the habits, but you kind of already said them all. Is that all of the bad habits you were saying holding you like that you held you back in your younger years?
Yeah, so I would say that when you have a one bad habit, uh, when you do one bad habit, a lot of the other bad habits follow. This was so similar in my life. I don't know if this is the same in your life too, but next time, what are some of your bad habits, bro?
I would say like recently it's been porn addiction. I would say that's something that's been bothering me in recent years. But I don't want to sound like not say the egotistical. I'd say it's like probably the only one that like I know is a bad habit that I'm doing.
Okay, okay. Porn actually used to be one of the main things that was holding me back in my life too. And whenever I used to watch porn, I'd smoke weed too. And whenever I used to smoke weed, I get the munchies. And whenever I got the munchies, I ate junk food. And when I ate junk food, I didn't go to the gym. And when I didn't go to the gym, I laid in bed all day. And when I laid in bed all day, I scrolled TikTok all day. So whenever one bad habit followed me, uh, a lot of the bad habits followed suit. In the book Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill, he says that bad habits come never comes as one. It always comes in pairs, triplets, and quadruplets. And when I read that, I was like, holy shit, this applies into my life perfectly. The concept of that quote aligned with my activities and daily habits so well and so precisely that I stopped all my bad habits, literally like that. And whenever I smoked weed, I fapped. Whenever I fapped, I scrolled TikTok, and then the rest of the bad habits followed. So I would say that if you are trying to get rid of the bad habits and you want that trajectory into the upward positive spiral, go full cold turkey. When you quit one thing and when you start one good habit,
Hmm.
the rest also follows. This concept doesn't just apply to bad habits, but it also applies to good habits too. So when you start going to the gym, when you start eating good food, when you start doing breathing exercises or meditating, practicing mindfulness, or reading a page out of a book every day, being productive and networking or editing videos and staying on track with your life path, the rest just follow naturally because the things that are on that path is congruent with your purpose. And when you're going the opposite direction to that, all the things that the devil needs to hold you back, he provides for you. But when you're on God's path, everything on God's path, God will provide you to stay on that path. So bad habits, yes, they come in pairs, triplets and quadruplets,
Hmm.
but good habits also comes in pairs, triplets and quadruplets too.
Yeah. So what would you say would be a good way to like manage? Because I've tried. quitting in the past. Like for no November, I've tried doing that in the past just to see if I could like get off it completely after that. But I always find myself going back due to like an urge. How would you say is a good way to handle the urges?
Handling the urges. So the main thing that got me off of NoFap was I stopped placing so much attention to the concept of NoFap. Because when you think about this problem 24/7, you shine light on the problem. You're always thinking, how can I not fap? How can I not fap? Like today's day 30 of not watching porn. Like how many days can I go without watching porn? And when you're thinking about this 24/7, you place a light on it. And when you place a light on it, that's the only thing that you can see. So I think the main thing to get you away from watching these dirty videos is to first not count the days and stop placing so much importance on it because it really isn't that important. Second is to keep up the good daily activities that align with your purpose because when you're doing this, bro, uh like when you're living that sort of or working towards achieving your dream goals. I don't know what your dream goal is, but maybe you want to become a YouTuber, for example. If you're making videos 24/7, if that's all you're thinking about, if you're truly aligned with that purpose of yours, porn won't even be a thing in your mind. You wouldn't even you wouldn't even be thinking about that. And it shouldn't take any effort to get off of NoFap if you're doing
Mm,
this correctly. Because when you're working, when you're focusing on your life path, when you're going to the gym, when you're practicing mindfulness, and when your brain is operating at full capacity to work towards your dream life, before you know it, you would be at 180 days of nofap without even trying. You'd look at your calendar and be like, holy shit, like I've gone this many days of nofap and I haven't even thought about it. Like I haven't even, I can't believe that I've gone this far without even thinking about hopping off NoFap. That's exactly what happened to me. Like I'd look down at my calendar and I'd be at 100 days of NoFap without even trying because I'm fucking locked in, bro. I'm locked in. So I think the number one thing that got me off of that was locking in, uh, not placing as much importance on it, and also this is where cold approach helps you too,
ooh,
because when you know you have the opportunity to get the real thing. And when you, so I would say if you feel like you want some sort of female gaze or female attention, don't switch to porn, but make it a challenge for yourself to go talk to real girls instead. Because when you talk to real girls and you find success with it, you porn won't be a thing in your life anymore. Because would you prefer the real thing, a real woman in front of your face, or a woman that's on your screen?
yeah, of
Obviously, you prefer a woman in real life.
course, yeah.
So go cold approach. Go cold approach hot women, women that you find pretty and that you vibe with. And when you do this, your lust for porn will just naturally go away. Combined with the other things, porn will never be a problem in your life ever again.
Yeah. So one thing that I kind of notice when I do get off of it and stay off of it for a consistent amount of time, I have like 10 times more confidence than I normally do. I'm able to like go out and do more things. I've looked into it a little bit, and some people say it's a direct correlation to not doing it. What would you say?
I would I would think that when you when you fap, there's a level of shame that comes along with it. There's a degree of regret that comes with fapping. And when you talk to a girl knowing that you've done that in the back of your mind, it's a little bit embarrassing because try to have a fap and then try to go talk to a girl. Uh, if you're if you're fapping every single day, it drains your confidence levels to absolute zero. You don't have anything to give when you're talking to a real girl. And you know that if you just want an easy nut, if you just want that release of dopamine really quickly, you can just type up a couple letters on Google and you can have that. There's no need to put in effort to talk to a real girl because you know that you can just get it online within the span of 10 seconds. So I think that, yeah, fapping does decrease your confidence levels. And when you're not doing that sort of stuff, your self assurance within your yourself skyrockets because you know that you can go out and get a real woman and you don't need porn to satisfy that desire that you have.
Yeah, that's I completely agree, and I do think I've been trying for a while, but I just want to lock in with it. I really do, and
That's
I hate.
and you'll get there, bro. You never fail until you give up.
Yeah, I hate saying I want to lock in, and then like I fail and I don't, and it just like kills my confidence every time. I'm like, yeah, what if I can't lock in when I say I want to?
Just
It's
keep trying, bro. Just keep trying.
yeah. I know you said earlier that you've read a book. I forgot exactly what it was called. Was it like something about the devil?
Yep, Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill.
Yeah, I would love to know. Have you ever read "Can't Hurt Me" by David Goggins?
No, I have not. Is
Oh
it good?
man, I've been reading it recently. It's fucking amazing. I'm only on chapter 6, but goddamn, it's very inspiring.
Let's go, bro. Let's go.
Oh man, do you have any book recommendations? Would you say you have any?
Yeah, so I would recommend the first one that I mentioned, Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. I would also recommend The Millionaire Fastlane by MJ DeMarco. That was an incredible book that also accelerated my YouTube journey as a whole. And yeah, they were the two main self-improvement books that really got me to lock in into this life. And another like throwaway one, which I am still in the process of extracting all the information from, is Way of the Superior Man by David Deer. That's a really good one too.
Really, really. So what's the premise of that book necessarily?
Which one? Way of the Superior Man?
Yes.
So I would say the main premise of that book would be to step towards your edge. There's a chapter called Live on Your Edge, and that's basically where he talks about having that sort of edgy personality, saying the stuff that steps you towards that no go zone, but staying just before that and living towards that sort of dangerous lifestyle with the say whatever the fuck you want sort of personality. That will get you to levels and that will make you realize the things that you can do and the things that people will tolerate before they actually break. So when I was doing the Yes Fab 2, I was actually living by the concepts that was in that book because I was saying whatever the fuck I wanted. I didn't give a damn what the girl thought. Um, I sold a girl a donkey, bro. What the hell? Like that's the weirdest thing ever. And that was living to my edge. And I was just saying what my brain wanted to say without sounding really creepy, without making the girl feel uncomfortable. I was stepping towards my edge. So yeah, I would say that's the main concept of that book.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if that book inspired you to make that video, but you kind of confirmed that for me there a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. So I haven't actually read all of the book, but that's the main like information that I've extracted for the moment.
What about 48 Laws of Power? You ever heard that one?
No, I haven't read that one either.
I haven't either. I've been thinking about it, but I don't know if it's actually like worth it. I've heard a lot of people talk good about it, but I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. I think I heard a thing that that book was banned in prisons for being too powerful because the inmates were using it against the securities and stuff. I don't know if that's true or not, but if it is, then damn, that's really inspiring.
It's gonna be like fucking wild. Like, I wonder exactly how they were
It's a
using it
Wild
against
West,
him.
bro.
Like, what were they doing? I wonder. Just getting too smart, outwitting him.
And then escape, and then plan like a big escape plan with all the other inmates. And the security guards will like wake up one morning and every prisoner is gone.
Just
Imagine
from like
that.
one
That's
book.
tough, bro. Yeah, just from one book. Damn,
Oh
bro.
man. Have like
Like
all the
that. This
prisons
this would
empty.
be like escaped convicts. Like we would all start a gang, and it would be like the most dangerous group on earth.
Oh man. So hey, if you're ever down, man, I'm interested. I'm down to starting a gang, man.
Ever see you in prison, bro. If we ever say some weird diabolical shit whilst cold approaching girls and they call the cops on us and the cops take us into prison, 48 laws of power, boys.
Hey, I can't wait, man. Well, I can't. I don't want to go to prison, but if it happens,
Give it up.
I'm down to take down the prison with you, my guy.
All right, bro. We try, bro. We know Muay Thai. We know Jiu Jitsu. We can fend off the other convicts that
The
want to.
the the shower advances.
Yeah, yeah. The soap dropper opportunist.
Yeah, and that's like the ultimate code approach right there.
Oh God, that's not no cold approach, bro.
Like a
That's
warm
just a
approach, I would say.
that's a warm approach. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man. Well, the interview has been great. I'm pretty sure I've been recording this entire time, but this has been like really, really like I would say very inspiring. I would because I never
That's
knew
sick.
you were so like ambitious as a creator. I kind of just figured you were just some regular. I'll be honest, a weird fella, but
Yeah.
you are a very inspiring guy. I will say that. Very interesting.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate you a lot. I want to show more of that side of me. I have a few videos that are coming up that really lean into this sort of uh, mindset that I have, and yeah, man, I'm glad that I've inspired you. That's really I'm just really glad that I've done that, and I appreciate those kind words, my friend. And yeah, thank you for this interview, man. I'm
And
really grateful for this experience.
it's been crazy. If you ever need any assistance, man, I'm not like in your same content niche, but anything you need, man, I'm up for anything. All right.
Sure, man. Yeah, 100%, bro. 100%.
Yeah.
When's this interview gonna go up, anyways?
I actually don't know. The video is done for the most part. I gotta do a few more things editing wise, but the audio editing, everything else is done. So it'll probably come up either Thursday or Friday because I got a lot of Christmas related things coming up this week. So I don't know how much time I'll have to actually work on a video.
Sweet, man. Yeah, yeah. I'm really excited for this to go up, and yeah, I'm keen to see what you produce and watch this video. It's
Honestly,
been a really cool experience.
I've been thinking about just posted the interview as a whole separate video, but I'm not sure because I looked a minute ago and
Mm.
it's been I've been doing this for how long? I think it's like an hour and 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's been almost an hour, man. If you can as well, if you can upload the recording onto like a Google Drive,
Mhm.
so then I can use some clips out of this video. This would be really helpful too, because yeah, I feel like we've had a great conversation that other people can extract some value out of.
Oh yeah, for sure. Do you want to just like add the raw interview, or do you want to do any editing to it, or just the raw thing in a Google Drive?
Yeah, yeah. So just add literally just the raw video to Google Drive. I'll download it,
Mhm.
and yeah, I'll be able to use it for my videos and everything too.
I
So
bet, man.
when you say you edit up the video, like how do you edit up the video? Is it gonna be like a interview style, or will it be like yeah? How do you do this sort of stuff, man?
So right now with your video, I did the reaction video to your the fapping before going to the gym video. I got that
Oh, you done a
completely.
reaction video too?
Yeah, that's what kind of made me want to do this the little interview.
Ah, got it.
If
Okay,
I'm
I
being
haven't watched.
100%, but do it now. Sorry for cutting you off.
I
I
haven't.
apologize. I haven't posted the reaction video yet. I'm thinking
Oh,
about posting this at the end, or since it's a very long one and I don't want to cut it down too much, I'm probably just gonna post that and then kind of like segue that video into this one, just have it a whole separate video. But
yeah. I think
what?
I think the best option would be like posting the reaction video if you still want to go ahead with that,
Mhm.
or and posting this interview as a whole. Like,
Yeah.
because I feel like that with that this conversation had a lot of value that people can, take away from, and information in this video was pretty potent. So
It
I think that would be like the best option. If I was you, that's what I would do.
yeah, it
Anyways.
has been a very nice interview. But normally whenever I do my videos, I normally like record the audio and then I have to like edit out my breath and like my pauses. And then I'll edit like little pictures and little weird shit in my videos because I don't know if you've watched any of my videos. I'm a fucking weirdo, man. I say some of the most off the wall shit. I'm pretty sure
Same, bro.
my most recent video was about this guy who was getting sued by a cult leader. And I went on a whole tangent about the cult leader guy getting dropping the soap in the shower. just mid video, just like a whole thing about that. And they're just I'm a really weird fellow in my videos, so
Same here, bro. I love that we can be weird together. Just two weird boys talking to each other.
yeah. But not in a weird way, you know.
But, yeah,
This
not
isn't
a weird way, bro. Just two men talking about dropping soaps in the shower. Nothing
yeah,
weird about
no
that.
no prison time here, man. All freedom.
Yep.
But yeah, so I'll send this to you. Probably stop recording. Or is there anything you want to say before I end the recording? You know, just like anything you want to add?
If you guys want my one-on-one help, and if you guys like watching this sort of content, DM me upgrade on Instagram, because I do offer coaching on this sort of stuff. Whatever help you need help with, whatever advice you want from me, I do mentorship and I do coaching, and I'll try my best to help you.
All
Yeah.
right.
So if you want help on this sort of stuff, my Instagram is a.nzon. Just DM me upgrade, and we can book a call, and I'll see if we're the right fit for each other.
Don't worry,
But
man.
yeah,
I'm
man.
putting all your shit in the description. Don't worry, bro. I got you.
Other than that, like, this has been a fantastic conversation, and I really appreciate you taking me on. This has been a wonderful conversation, and I hope we can talk more in the future.
Oh hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Oh no.